some nice relaxing music for our live stream, and a hello and a welcome to those visiting in the future, because I know there's going to be a bunch of people who are going to have to catch this after work, which we appreciate. But while we set up and get things nice and relaxed, we'll see how people join. I must get used to doing these more often, because Lord knows I am absolutely terrible for consistency, as has been discussed. So yeah, we'll see how we go. Well, yeah, we're all a little bit terrible at it. But yeah, we make it work. And I realize the media source is the media source playing? You can tell I don't do these enough because I don't do them enough. But I think it's just I don't know if the media source is actually playing or if it's just like a single image. But hello.
I'm trying to pull it up.
Yeah, no, I'm watching in the live corner, and I do not believe it's play. Oh wait, no, yeah, that's because I didn't hit the play button. Teach big brain. just P-brain teach. Hello, Chris Stillwagner. Hello, ANMM. Hello, welcome to another impromptu live stream. At some point, I will go back to the hellscape that is Twitch. The problem is, I don't do this enough, and it's just bad brain vibes, like when I forget all the time. So thankfully I have a wonderful assistant slash business partner slash bestie in SpiritVoices, who basically keeps me on the straight and narrow, who is joining me today. Hello Lulu.
Hello. You can't hear me. You can't see me wave, but I bet you can hear it.
I was gonna say they can't. I mean, wait. Do waves make sounds? I'm pretty sure they do.
Like, might.
They might.
I'm wearing an oversized sweatshirt.
What am I, a cop? Oh, you're wearing. Is it sweat? It's not sweater season. It is.
Oh yeah, I know.
It is. It is really like. Not. It is like June, and like in your part of the world, it is. That is wild.
Really hot, yeah. Well, it's because I keep my apartment very cold. So.
No, you know what? That's one thing we bonded over when we first met many years ago, was that we're both people who absolutely hate stuffy weather, and we require nice and cool fans on, regardless of the electric bill. So
true.
We did that. The music you are hearing today comes from the ALF music channel. It's 2 hours of chill video game music. Just something nice and pleasant. Hello, Steven Stevens. Possibly one of the most loyal listeners across our like little network of you, me, Romnex, Big Daddy Stone, and Dark Somnium. It's kind of crazy.
And me.
And you. You for second measure. Like, it's kind of, yeah. Steven, you are an absolute trooper, and we love you. Yeah, it is a little bit chilly, like, here where I'm at sometimes, but it does depend. And we have a bit of we have a weird thing in the UK where it's, we get 104 on like the really, really, really like hot days, and we don't have the resources to kind of manage that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, I remember that.
Oh, you remember last year? Yeah, that sucked. So I was melting. But anyway, thank you everybody for joining. We'll do a little bit of just a chilled hangout for a little bit. For any questions anyone's wants to just mingle, and then we'll get into the sort of contest information, what we're planning, what we've got coming up on Dusklight, and yeah, just kind of a little bit of a vibe. Because I want to try and do these a little bit more frequently, since it's pretty much like the only way that I can interact with everybody. Because I haven't gone the path of the Discord server, and I don't think I will.
Yeah.
It's tempting, but it can get very chaotic, and I don't have the I don't have the mental social bandwidth for it. So probably not gonna.
We've been down in the trenches of the Dark Somnium's Discord server, and it's a lot. It's very fun. Don't get me wrong. Yeah. I've loved talking there, but it can also be extremely overwhelming.
It's well, it was you that you were one of the reasons that we ended up doing that. Because like we talked about it at the time. you and I, and we were like, we could, and we looked at the climate of that, and like, I'm in the Dark Somnium server, I pop in every now and then, but we just kind of realized that it could get very difficult very quickly.
I'm a mod there. I don't do my job at all.
Well,
I used to.
There are other mods there, I'm sure. Hello, Shadow Person. Hello. Yeah, I think it's, if enough people asked, maybe, but the problem is more that, like, I wouldn't really be in there that much, and I think that's sort of the would be the appeal if you and I are active in there, and I don't know how much we would be. And
I don't know if we would,
yeah, I think for that reason, like, at the moment, like, I'm gonna try and do more live streams, you know, try and maybe do one every fortnight, or even one a week if I can. We do have some cool stuff planned for the 10,000 subscriber milestone, which is kind of wild to say that we are in proximity of that. We're in spitting distance, which is just kind of nuts. I mean, it really is down to people like you, Lulu, obviously working with us, and Romnex, and of course Ronnie, the sponsor king, who I work very closely with, and you know, just always a champion of what we do. Yeah, I mean, we wouldn't be here otherwise. And I said way back when we had the 5,000 subscriber bit, that if we did get to the 10,000 subscriber mark, I would do the Hotel Inertia and I'd finish it up, and I am going to do that. So we'll do that, and then we're gonna figure out what the fuck we do for following milestones. I have no idea. But yeah, Discord definitely has horror stories in it. I didn't know that was a Sonic Unleashed song, so that's cool. But yeah, I think, like, one of the reasons I always do this contest, and we talked about it, was the idea of you know, just something to give back to people. You know, there's a lot of very passionate people on the on Dusklight, and I really wanted them to feel like you know, that there was an effort being reciprocated. And Shadow Person, don't worry, buddy. Like, it is 20 past 12 here. It's very late where I am. So, you know, if you gotta go snooze, don't you worry. This will be viewable once it goes, you know, once it's finished. I think we're probably gonna do about an hour today. Not like too long, but we'll do, like, you know, a little bit here and there, and then we're gonna aim for a longer live stream. On the 10,000 subscriber, I'll probably do like a long one, maybe play something.
Yay.
I always love the idea of, like, doing a stream and gaming. Like, I did it years ago. It's just my attention span is so bad. I will forget to keep the routine going. It's a miracle I could do Dusklight's routine. You know what I mean, Lily?
Yeah, I used to do some live streams, but I had a terrible computer to start with, so it didn't even work very well. But then also, yeah, I run out of things to say pretty quickly. I feel like I could talk for a long time, but if it's just me on a live stream, I get so nervous. I'm like, I don't know what to say to all these people. It feels like I'm just talking to myself, even though people are listening to me.
I think that's the thing, is, like, yeah, I'm quite lucky that I don't mind talking to myself. I'm cool with that, but I do...
Oh, me too, yeah.
I do get that, and the thing is, like, it can be a bit much sometimes, for sure. Newman Borders, I just want to say I love your channel, and absolutely I'm in complete awe for what you do. Always on the edge of my seat when listening, and can't wait for the next upload. I love y'all. That's so really cool. Thank you. That is so nice of you to say. Like, anyone who's been here long enough knows that I have no aspirations of this being a big channel like a Dark Somnium type. I do this just because it's a great way to market my stories, my work, and it's a fun place to kind of put my content. And, you know, I think the idea of getting a 100,000 channel is kind of scary. So for me to be able to have something where I can kind of do things my way, which is obviously different to the way a lot of horror narration content goes. You know, I don't think many people want to hear the long transmissions, the elongated sort of stories, and then the D&D stuff, like, but it's my thing, and that's what makes me happy, and, you know, I will take that over anything else, and, you know, I appreciate when people say that. Thank you, Newman. ANNM, I've been wanting to get into the Sturge universe. I listened to all the Dark Somniums and then started going straight to the source. That's awesome. There is a link in the description that goes to the it goes to, like, the master post on Reddit, and you can find all of them in order at present. more is going to get added. I have been threatening to do that for a couple years, because I have admittedly let the Sturgeon content drop over time, just because of life stuff, and obviously, y'all will know what I'm talking about. But I'm obviously finishing up my first book, finishing a play, and when those are done, I am going to do more Sturgeon. Me and Ronnie have talked about more Sturgeon content. It just needed to be at the right time. And you might see some new Sturgeon content going up on Dark Somnium soon. So we'll just keep your notifications on. That's all I'm saying. Newman, listening to the Nightmare Detectives has got me starting my own D&D journey. Love everything that you guys do. And hello, Hiki. Hello. We have a lot of fun with Nightmare Detectives. It's my baby, but I feel it's safe to say that, Lucy, it's also your baby.
Oh, yeah, for sure. It's the first D&D Monster of the Week, but it's the first tabletop campaign that I ever committed to long term and actually finished through a very little fault of my own, but still. And yeah, it like, I don't know, it's been a lot. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And
how many tears were shed at the end when because we finished
so
now?
Many. Yeah, we're done. Yeah. And I would say actually, so I didn't shed many during the
no, that's true. You kept it together.
I was trying so hard to keep it together, and I'm so proud of myself. I did it. I had to wait, and I did it. So I'm not gonna say anything about all that. But after the fact, yeah, I think it's safe to say that there were some, there were some tears shed post recording. Let's just say that.
Well, I believe you said that there was certain songs you'd hear, and then they would set you off. Because as you guys will all have heard by this point, I like using music, which I didn't realize till I've just finished editing the Fractal Hunt, which is well over the halfway point now. I think like the Patreon is like 8 episodes ahead, but I do recall that you guys like started hearing more music in the campaigns quite a bit later down the line. I think it was like I want to say like maybe probably at the end of the Fractal Hunt, I started using them a lot more. And that became like the commonality sort of thing. I definitely managed to try and get the tears together. I did end up crying at the end myself. I think that will probably be live for everybody. End of the year, like I expected the drop off. Like unless Dark Somnium shares them, we get a couple hundred views. When he shares them, we get like 1,000 or so, which is really cool. Even if we get a couple hundred, that's still a lot. I will still be live streaming the finale when we get round to it. Yeah,
it'll be a lot. It'll be a lot, but in a good way.
And it is all Sturgeon content as well. For those of you who are on the fence, the Nightmare Detectives is Sturgeon. It's literally for those of you who want more of Sturgeon and people sort of RPing in that world. That's what I did. I would say all of it's canon. In fact, probably by the end of it's not canon at all. But it's a side universe. That's kind of how I look at it. And we do use, we use a lot of stuff from the tournament. And, there's the NFC does make its appearance. I just saw Crystal Wagner said the Nightmare Fighting Tournament was amazing. Thank you so much. And like, Rom and Lucy in that. My goodness, Rom does not get the flowers she deserves. Like, Rom is an incredible voice actor and just a wonderful human being. You know what? Let's just take a minute, just talk about how wonderful Romnex is, and hopefully at some point she hears this or it's popped over to her. But Rom is just the hardest working person. Obviously you'll hear her on every or almost every single Dark Somnium video. The Romnex channel is incredible what it does. The Last Sin Eater adaptation is just chef's kiss. It's absolutely stunning.
Yes. No, I love Rom. She's always so fun to talk to.
Yeah, they're just great human being, and I just can't say enough good things. I would love to get Rom and Ronnie on a campaign we do at some point. So maybe
it'd be a trip.
Well, Ronnie and I talked about this. We had a call the other night, and we were talking about the Adventure Time Kickstarter that he backed, and he was like really, really excited for it. And I was like, oh yeah, no, well, I would DM that, and he was very excited. That's next year, but like we've talked about that, and you know, I would love nothing more than to have Rom involved in what we do at some point. So
for sure,
we'll see. But please go and check out our Romnex's stuff. Let Romnex know how much you appreciate the work that she puts in. Just you know, incredible person. Just gonna catch up on the chat. So Newman, please tell us more about your D&D journey. I love nothing more than seeing people get into it. We've actually, since the last conversation we had on this live stream, we did end up moving Blades in the Dark, and we went straight into D&D for this little mini campaign.
Yes.
The reason being, Lulu, do you want to explain to the, because I feel like it was a player decision as much as it was a DM decision.
It kind of was, yeah. So the main thing that started the conversation was the issue of combat. Blades in the Dark does apparently, and I didn't know this because I had never played Blades in the Dark before, but Blades in the Dark apparently does not have a very consistent combat system. And so we got to a point in the sort of prologue arc that we were in where we got to a combat and we were like, well, now what? So
yeah.
We debated making our own system. We debated kind of using the system that was already in place to our advantage, but we decided that it was very, very early to be breaking the game, and we did that a lot last time.
Sure did.
So there's probably is a way to do it, but we were also new to Blades in the Dark that we were just gonna struggle a bit with it. So we decided on we like took a group vote, and we all decided to switch to D&D because it was also something that most of us were more familiar with. Not TJ,
no.
but most of us were at least more familiar with D&D than
a fan
of,
not familiar
anyway.
with, and there's definitely a teething aspect to that.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much. I mean, that's pretty much the extent of it. But it was very fun. To convert our Blades in the Dark characters to D&D stats, so that we've done that, and we're sort of learning as we go. But yeah. So now we're all D&D characters.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
5th edition, and I'm learning as I go. And by the time you guys hear it, I'll be competent. I am not right now. So we'll see. But it's fun. And the name of the campaign, as of right now, is The Gunkersons. So we'll see if that sticks. But I've just seen, for example, Chris saying found Rom next with the one with the God Eater. The Sin Eater is awesome. Unless there's a God Eater story as well. In which case I need to check that shit out. But yeah, the Nightmare Fighting Championship was something I was very lucky that Ronnie trusted me to direct it. So I got the voice actors in. Autumn is a friend, and again, what a delightful human. Autumn, their husband, Chris, are just great people. And Autumn was a fan of The Last Sin Eater, and I can't say I wrote Alduin Von Trier with Autumn in mind, but it was a happy accident. And I actually said to Rom and Autumn to get on the call with us, and we would do a live reading, which was not how, just to pull the curtain back, none of us do that. Like, when we do these narrations, we all do our bits, we send them in, off they go. That's how most audio podcast, audio fiction stuff is done. But on this occasion, I was like, I want anime, and that's what a lot of people, either you love it or you hate it, but that whole final fight where they're yelling each other's name as they hit each other was by design. I was like, no, we're going to do it this way. And Rom knocked out the fucking park. Lulu knocked out the park as Wendy. And of course, Autumn did so as Alduin. And there is more of it. The NFC Season 2, I am finishing it as soon as we get closer. The biggest problem we have at the moment, it's a good problem, Ronnie and I need to get through the other stories from Sturgeon that lead into NFC Season 2. If we just went into it right now, there's not going to make a lot of sense. There's going to be people involved. It wouldn't make any sense. And I'm not, wanting to confuse new listeners either. There's 700,000 people that have heard the Nightmare Fighting Championship. 1.3 million that have heard the bar. It's mind-boggling. But even if 10% of those people come over, I want them to know, they're caught up. So we will see. Just to catch up further. Oh, thank you, Hiki. Yeah, Romnex and SpiritVoices from the Nightmare Tournament. That's awesome. Like, that video, that whole thing is probably my favorite thing we've ever done, which is why I wanted to do another tournament. I had so much fun writing it, even though it really stretches the imagination of what is horror. Obviously, if you've heard any of my recent stuff, like The Graves We Dig or The Wounds of Golgotha, that's me doing real experimental horror, but I like doing anime horror. It's fun. Newman Borders, I shall partake in the consumption of some computer dust for absolutely no related reason to this stream at all. Oh my goodness.
None whatsoever.
None whatsoever. Aldrin and Abaddon were amazing. I love Abaddon. Abaddon, that was Kaitsu. Please check out more from Kaitsu.
Yes. That was so good.
Kaitsu's an old friend who is an incredible voice actor. Hopefully,
everyone's performances were just amazing in that.
Chelsea Rebecca from Dead Meat. How could I forget?
Yeah.
Last minute thing. My only regret is not giving Chelsea more to do. But Chelsea again had read Tortoises and Tarots and came in and did Moira and Clodagh, which has. I ended up incorporating that plot line into Nightmare Detectives, by the way. Fun fact. With the All Mother. That's where that came from. So by the time that NSC Season 2 comes out, I need to make sure we're caught up because otherwise I'm going to be spoiling things. But yeah, and I'll drink some paint to wash the dust down.
Also, I miss you too, Steven Stevens. I miss you too.
Oh yeah, you've been busy. Yeah. Well, I mean, there's people from SpiritVoices who will probably be watching the stream. So. Yeah.
Listen, I'm here. I'm still around. It's just it's hard to keep up with all of the. It's hard to keep up with like everything, but specifically the YouTube stuff because that was always like a hobby thing to me, and I actually haven't had much time for hobbies either.
No,
so.
you literally, I have to book in for your schedule. I speak to you almost every day, and we call twice a week, and I still have to book in with you. Like that's how busy you are with like personal and professional duties.
He literally. Today he was like, we're gonna have the live stream at 7, and I was like, nice, yeah, sounds good. I joined the call at 6:58.
She sure did.
Listen, it's a busy time, but I'm around still in some capacity. I hope to actually make content for my channel soon.
Yes.
It's just that I don't want to get people's hopes up that I will be posting as regularly as I used to, because I know that I probably won't be able to, but I'd still like to post sometimes. It's very fun.
I think that's the thing, is like if you can, it's great, but it's challenging at this stage in your life as well.
Yeah, well, and I did finish the audiobook I'd been working on, so
congratulations.
That leaves me with some time. Thank you. It leaves me with some more time, but I'm not sure. I'm hoping to get started on that somewhat soon. I have trips that I'm taking this summer. I just got back from one last week, and I'm doing another one in like 2 weeks, but hopefully things will die down after that. We'll see.
But yeah, I definitely want to see more SpiritVoices content, and where we can't have that, then I will make sure that there is some Evelyn content on the channel.
Yes, I do like being Evelyn.
Evelyn's gotten a lot of positive feedback, and I think that's just, Newman Buzz, I must say I'm in love with the beauteous images that are your characters. That's very kind.
Really beauteous.
That is really cool. Yeah, we will have some Evelyn content. The next project up, speaking of, now that we're getting into, actually, I think an ad is going to run for some people. I don't know how that works in 30 seconds.
Oh, fun.
I don't know how that works. Hopefully it's not a problem, gang.
I'll see you guys in a little bit.
Yeah, I don't get many monetization options on this channel, so I guess they're doing that. So please forgive me. I will make sure there's maybe only like 2 for this whole thing, and I'll skip any others that come up. It's just for some viewers. I don't...
Yeah, okay. I don't know how does it choose?
I have no idea. Well, we'll see you on the other side. Huh.
Maybe it's for people who don't have premium, maybe?
I don't know. Well, I'm gonna just sort of, I hope it doesn't skip over anything too badly.
I doubt it. I doubt it would be a long.
No, but
time.
I think it tunes you back in. You miss that time. So
Well,
I don't want to say something and then people come and go, and that's what's going on in the contest, gang. Like, you know what I mean?
yeah. Congratulations.
Okay, it might be okay. Still
Okay,
here, no
well.
premium. It might be random. Okay, that's fine.
That's fun.
Let's carry. So y'all want some pain?
Mention.
Yeah, I want some pain. Yep. We haven't done much other than create characters and sat down to learn what to do. But I have a character who is a Dragonborn fighter who is an absolute dunce with incredible strength and dexterity.
We have a character like that.
We do. We have a character just like that. And I love himbos. Himbos are just delightful. So I love this himbo. And I already want to protect him with his life, if it is a he or they. But I want to protect them. Do you have a name for your himbo Dragonborn fighter? Please let me know.
Please tell us. Yes.
I don't know who my fave is. I'd like to say Callista, but Jericho is a really, really close second.
I'm
Trevin's ego.
In his face. Yes.
Trevin's ego, though. Can we ask why Jericho's a close second, or why you like Callista and Jericho? That would be.
Yeah. Why do you like Jericho? I don't understand people who.
Wow, the feud is real. Feud is real.
I have no idea what the appeal is there, but it's okay.
ANMM, I have a question. Are some of the characters like Sam fully human? The fights seem superhuman, so I want to know if it's a... yeah, so Sal is all intents purposes, human. There are some elements to be revealed, but I have humanoid characters in there. Like Nora is just a human, but then seems to have this additional sort of powers. Wendy is human-ish, has humanoid qualities, but then you get people like Alduin, who would basically be not really human, like a part of the voids, so kind of an eldritch creature. So only human in one sort of manner, but not in another. Nell is half void, if you will, because Amos is her father. So they kind of have like a little bit of human in them, but it's kind of human-ish is kind of how I'd say it. Some of them are much more monstrous than others, though.
Oh, true.
Yeah, Shadow Person, do let us know of the Nightmare Detective stuff. There's a whole playlist. I think there's probably somewhere in the range of 100 hours of content now. Playlist is up. We do the primers as well, and yeah, they're going up on podcasting just as soon as we can get some intro and outro music done. I might not even wait, to be honest, but yeah, just need to get on that. Evelyn Blackwell is awesome. Agreed, Stephen. Agreed. Welcome, Ethan. Welcome, Ethan. How are you doing? Hope you're good. And the background music does go hard. This current track is The Village Without Memories from Opuna. I can't say I know what that is, but if it makes you happy, that's okay.
Chat, can I be real with you for a second? Don't tell Trev I said that thing about Jericho earlier. He's gonna be so mad at me.
I might just link him the stream and say she's talking shit.
No, I love Trevin. Don't worry about it.
Oh, bless you, Stephen. No, that's okay, buddy. Thank you so much for coming in. Like, again, the dedication, it's just so real. We appreciate you. And, yeah. Put out those irons in the fire, my guy. Is that the phrase? Take those irons out the fire?
Know.
I don't know. But take care.
Something like that.
Yeah, this song does go hard, actually.
It does. It's actually, now I'm more hyper aware of it than I was before.
I don't know what Opuna is. I actually have no. I'm just looking.
I don't know what most of these are, so.
Yeah, I mean it's about to go into Deadly Premonition music, but I'm gonna put that in my. Oh, it's a role-playing game by. Okay, so it's for the Wii. Okay. I got that. Oh yeah, it says message retracted, Newman. Let me see why. I didn't get to see that. I thought you retracted it. That's strange.
Is that not what happened?
No, apparently it got retracted. It got deleted.
That's weird.
I don't know.
Usually, interesting. Okay.
Try that again.
Try it again.
Yeah, try it again. It's not us. It's not us.
It's not us. Yeah, we didn't. I feel like sometimes mods have the power to like delete messages if they if there's a potentially weird word or comment in it, but I did not get a message about that. It just kind of went away. So I don't know.
How in the fuck is that? This is Deadly Premonition music? That's wild. That's wild.
That's actually hilarious.
Okay. Deadly Premonition's a great game, by the way. You should play it. Dude, we got Dusky. Yo, Scrappy Doo. What a name. Scrappy fucking Doo. That's wild. I loved your part in Project Gateway. Thank you so much. I know some people did say recently, oh, how come you you always say thank you on the video? And it's like, well, I do it for a couple reasons. One, because it's good advertising. It's a really good way to get the channel out there, so people who don't see the description, who are like, oh, who's playing fucking Old Man Jenkins? Oh, it's Dusklight Radio. Come and subscribe to me. So it helps. It's automatic advertising. Two, it's polite. Like, I just think I'm always grateful. Never, ever be ungrateful. And three, I only really do it if it's a big role. If the role isn't that kind of big of a deal, then I normally won't comment, but I always try to. But Project Gateway was a fun one, thank you. And Kaitsu knocked it out of the park with that one as well. Newman Borders. Actually, do you want to read this? Because this is about you, Lucy.
Yeah, I read it. It's very sweet. Callista's my fave because she's just so well played and her developments have been astounding. I love her general vibe, to be honest. I very much appreciate that, and so does Callista. We tried very hard with her developments.
Why don't you talk a bit about that? Like what that was about.
Well, we put a lot of thought into it.
We did.
TJ and I spent a lot of time going back and forth on what we should do with Callista's arc. Everybody still to this day makes fun of me for having main character energy, and I have no comment about that. That's not my, and if I do, it's not my fault, you know. It's the theater kid in me, maybe, but
you were a theater kid? No.
Well, you know, I dabble. Yeah, so anyway, we went back and forth on a lot of potential developments for Callista, and I'm very, very happy with the way that her story went. So I very much appreciate comments like that. I do see people commenting about, obviously, the other characters, because we all had great character arcs, but when I see the Callista ones, it makes me happy, so I appreciate it.
It's pretty good, and we tried to make sure that she grew naturally. It was a mixture of, like, you know, both of us being queer neurodivergent people, and myself being diagnosed autistic, and well, Lulu, you're not so sure, like, on your end, but
yeah, I'm undiagnosed with pretty much everything.
But we really wanted to give a character that was reintegrating with society, found family, and learning to be social, yes. And that I think came across quite well.
I've always loved the like fallen angel who has to relearn humanity type vibe. It's always it's that sort of character gets me every time, and people who know those characters will know who I'm talking about.
Absolutely.
I see a Babylon favorite.
I was just about to say, Ethan. So the entire cast is always so good. It's hard to choose a few. I mean, Babylon is my deaf favorite. So I can't take credit for that voice because it's just Squilliam Fancyson. The whole fucking joke was, what if the Nightmare Detectives had an alternate dream team? Jericho Brunch, Babylon Stump. Get it? Do you get it? Like, it was a bad joke that became a thing. I know.
It's just so good, though.
Babylon Stump. Christ.
We got Babylon Stump, who became such an amazing character, and then we had like Ballista and
a not monetized friendly character. You cannot monetize videos with Ballista in them, whether it's me or you talking about her. It's so not appropriate. If we did, I'm not gonna lie though, if we did a live action Nightmare Detectives, you know who would play Ballista?
Oh God,
Autumn Ivy. 100% Autumn fucking Ivy. Autumn, good. If I message Autumn right now, I might do it after this stream, and say, hey buddy, I got 2 ideas for you. One, you can have the Alduin cosplay, because I know there's a lot of people that want to see Autumn as Alduin, and I get it. But if I was like, you can play a succubus that literally just wrecks everything in sight with nothing but words and turner phrases. I think she would enjoy that. Autumn's Karlak cosplay tells me that it would work very well.
Yes, that was so good.
Amazing. Autumn's cosplays are just... When I'm at the gym, I just put on videos of Autumn telling me I could do better. It just helps.
The best motivation for sure.
Honestly. So, okay,
if
so
I
I've
went
just...
to the gym, I would do the same thing.
You should go to the gym. It's bulk season. Get bulky.
No, never.
How else will you lift up the people you love and sweep them up into your arms and be the goth that you know you want to be?
Well, I don't know. We'll see. I'm just so lazy, man. I can't do it. It gives me such like immediate, like a visceral reaction. I can't do it.
Ethan says, Nightmare Detectives is still being amazing. Can't wait for even more content. I'm doing amazing now. I'm glad to hear you're doing better, Ethan. I'm really happy to know you're doing better. The bad times don't last forever.
Sorry.
No, you're okay.
Yes, they do not. But also, I was going to say, we have a lot more content, so don't worry. We have plenty of content to give you.
Almost too much. Steven's back. The swerve. He's returned.
What? That was so fast.
That was crazy. Don't miss these streams, gang. You never know what's gonna happen.
Those fires got put out so quickly.
A buff Lucy would frighten me because Lucy's already got the voice, and if Lucy was also muscly and was like, "This is my podcast now, my channel.
I'm taking
now
over.
You will flicker as always." I'm like, "Oh yeah, okay, yeah."
Now you will flicker forever.
Yeah. That's the last thing you fucking hear before the world just goes dark.
So true.
So, yeah, Callista's my fave. Characters look human. Characters that look human but aren't are really fun. I have a couple of them, especially if they are some degree of cosmic entity. Buddy, Nightmare Detectives is for you. I'm just saying, if you're on the fence, it's for you.
So true.
Babylon, it was Def Fave. Okay. Newman said, I was saying that I love Jericho because I feel the character is so fun to be around, but he needs to chill with the orange peels.
Orange peels.
My room is getting too full and I can't hold them all for him.
Oh my
we have evidence now that someone else is suffering from Jericho Branch's fucking orange peel problem.
We need to form a support group.
We need to form a union to make the man take out his fucking garbage. That's what we need to do.
Yes.
I'm showing him this clip that listeners know, and they're not on his side. And I know what he'll say. He'll be like, "Well, they're just wrong." He'll just say that he's being gaslit. They're biodegradable. You're just gaslighting me. I'm sorry that you're wrong and that I'm right. Yeah. He's a little shit, but we love him.
We're talking so much shit about Jericho this episode.
Yeah. Well, he should have came into the chat. Well, you
should have been here.
You started it as well.
It's his fault.
Chris still like, no, I need to catch up on Callista's Eldritch Growth. Starts around the end of What Secrets We Keep. So you don't, a few episodes behind, but the best is yet to come. Hey Gamma.
Yes.
Hey Gamma. Lucky most enjoying the show. Enjoy, my friend. One of, for y'all who are new, Gamma, Jason and Gamma, the terrible twosome. The OGs from 2 years ago. I do not forget. I remember my very first set of mentions back before we had a Patreon, back in the early days, and I will always be grateful. Wild to think that those people are still here.
Yes, absolutely.
My favorite
we
was
have
your
so
voice.
many loyal long-term people.
We do, and that's what I'm saying. While we're small, we're able to appreciate them. Because
Yes.
I worry about, like, in the long term, there's going to become a point where you won't be able to. And, that's both a good thing and a bad thing. I suppose good that you grow and bad that you don't get that interaction. So I kind of want to enjoy it while I've got it,
For sure.
My favorite was your voice in the Western Crossroads, the Alabaster Angel. I love that story. That was such a fun story to do. And I don't remember the voice I had for that character now, unfortunately. It's completely passed me by now. But it was really fun.
You have so many voices in your defense.
I do, but on a lot of the Dark Somnium stuff, I don't vary it too much. I try to keep it, because you know, again, for Ronnie's sake, for his poor ears, I don't do too much. Although, on the most recent upload, I did, we did, by Renee Rain, who's a friend and a great writer. We did The Hidden Portrait of Sir Isaac Whitmore, and I got to do my old man voice, which is, I see you found the portrait of Isaac Whitmore. And it's fine, but it hurts to do after a bit of time. So.
I was gonna say, that sounds like it's rough on your throat.
It is. It's, you know, Earthbound music. There are some voices that are harder than others. What was the one I did that made me nearly throw up on our...
Yeah, I was thinking about... There was like a one where you had to go like...
Was it like a Gremlin style? Like the undead angel?
Yeah, something like that. It was like a villainy type character that you did, and it was like really hard for you to maintain.
Are you sure it wasn't the? No, wait. Are you sure it wasn't the undead angel that you revitalized in the end of the last arc and spoke to?
Oh, maybe.
The one was like, "I'm here for you." That one.
Oh, yeah. I think it was probably that one.
That sucked. That sucked. Yeah,
but it was
and then
cool.
you all asked a bunch of questions, so I was like, well, guess I'm committed now.
Well, don't do a voice if you're not planning a whole entire conversation, because that's what we do. This
person, like saying, don't do. I want all of our listeners to hear this. My business partner and DM friend, is telling the DM, don't do voices in a game. So if I was like, you see an angel, it's undead, you awaken it. Ooh, I'm a spooky dead angel. Hello. Hi. What do you want to know?
I thought you were going to start drifting into Muldoon for a second.
No. Oh, I'm a fucking spooky angel. No, it's just you just getting close to Danny DeVito. Then I might as well just be going, run him!
Oh,
you know.
Oh my god.
But like, it is Smeagol. It's Scrappy's like, it's just like, it's kind of like my own, like, you want to see what lies beyond the veil. It's just, it's all rough. Smeagol's just like, Smeagol, fat hobbitses. That's just, you know.
Yeah, that was a little bit Mr. Sticky.
Mr. Sticky is, most voices are just other voices. Which is just...
I could do, let me see if I can do it.
Go on.
Bits and bits of oxes.
Dirty oxes. We do streams like this now. That's what streams is.
Actually, do you know what it is close to Stitch? Because literally, it's like, I can do Stitch's laugh. I will sit back from the mic. But it's like,
right. Stupid head.
Like, that's, yeah.
That's pretty good.
Thank you. Yeah, like, but the thing is, they're all doing that whole pinch at the back of the throat thing. Where you just basically, you're trying not to gag yourself, but it's like,
we'll speak like this up in here.
It's, it's...
If we did an entire live stream like that, I think we would both be dead by the end.
I'm not gonna lie to you, Lulu. If we ever want to capture the Gen Alpha brain rot group, we might have to do an entire stream where it's just the two of us going,
Skibbledy, hello, Phantom Text.
We're gonna sound like Animal Crossing characters.
Kind of, but that's too old for them. They don't know that. You have to throw in, you have to subliminal it, right? You have to go like,
Phantom Text.
Subscribe to the channel.
Skibbledy or hello.
Like, you gotta do, that's brain rot content. Like, unfortunately.
Yeah, subscribe on TikTok. Oh, hello, Phantom Text.
You know, it's just awful. Right, we're done with that. The number's the viewer number's gonna drop.
Sorry. I know, we're gonna watch all the viewerships going straight down.
I remember like a year and a half ago, and I was like, oh, 6 people joined, and now I'm just like watching that number just go fucking drunk. Can Callista talk like Mr. Sticky? I don't know, Callista, can you?
Now, okay, real question. Do you mean, can I talk as Mr. Sticky, or
I think you know what Ethan's asking you to do.
Well, because...
Oh, can she understand, but can she... So, okay, so yeah, he's asking if you can do the... He's asking if you can do the... Oh, you know, like...
Can we communicate it? I don't know. I'm not gonna lie, she's never tried.
Well, she never... No, I guess it... Wait, didn't we have a thing established where she... maybe I
don't
thought.
think she ever made those sounds.
No, I think I tried to
remember
get you to do it, and you wouldn't do it. Like, I do try to embarrass Lulu occasionally, Ethan. I try.
Yeah.
But it is hard.
I don't know if here's the thing, is if I do it, even if I try to sound like Callista, I think it's just gonna still sound like me mimicking Mr. Sticky.
I think it would just sound like you making a... Yeah,
same time.
I think it would just be you going, huh? Like, I don't think you know what to do.
I wouldn't know what to do now.
Just catching back up on the chat real quick.
I saw Sir Gorky's here.
Yes, I was about to say, so, guess who's back again? Steven's back, tell your friends. Don't trust Ethan, his Call of Duty clan tag is fed, Dave for life. I'm not gonna lie, Chief, I don't know what any of that means, so...
We know who Dave is, but I don't think that's the Dave you're talking about.
Yeah, we know a Dave, and that's...
We know Dave.
Some just know him as Dave, others know him as, Vecchi or the Unpaying.
Right.
Ethan, if I could get a story where you use all your accents, I'd be so pleased. I'm sure at some point I could do that. I'm sure that would be too stressful. Well, maybe not all of them. I mean, some of them are just variants on each other. Like, here's a bad guy with an Australian accent. Here's a bad guy with an Australian accent pitched higher. You know, it's...
Right, exactly.
Yeah, we should really do the contest thing in a minute, so we're going to do that because we're peaking on viewers, which is good. Hi, Gorky. If you like, gang, the new intros, which I didn't have chance to put into the media source, but if you... this was by Mandy Mo, by the way. Shout out to Mandy Mo. If you like the new animated stuff that Gorky busted his ass for, please show him some love. Go and check him out. So Gorky on DeviantArt. Give him a little kiss. If you like the Nightmare Detectives art, both the podcast / thumbnails and the poster, actually, yeah, might as well announce this now. We're going to be releasing posters, framed ones that you can put out. I'm just working on the logistics, making sure it's a good company, but we'll be putting out posters for the Last Sin Eater, for the Spaces in Between, for the Nightmare Fighting Tournament, when I can figure out a release window for that. But we will put out the artwork for that, for the Nightmare Detectives, and we'll do something with Dusklight Radio. I am big into, if any of you follow me on Instagram, at the TJ Lee, and that's TJAYLEA. I wear a lot of bootleg merch. I'm big on busy long sleeves, busy artwork. I don't like shirts or designs that are basic. If you're paying $30 for something, it should look busy. So we're going to work on something for Dusklight as well. I genuinely considered, and perhaps I'll put this out there now, I considered doing a version where you had the Dusklight image of Everett on the front, and on the back, it had the entire script of the beginning. Most heartfelt greetings and salutations, all the way down to I'll see you again when dust settles. So it'd be really, really short. I'm going to skip this ad, so that you don't have to worry about that one for this one. So maybe that, let me know what you think of that, like the idea of like and then on the left it would say Dusklight Radio, and on the right maybe something like, I don't know, me and Lulu will talk about it, but something where it's, you know, it's busy, maybe, again, like a purple crayon eater hat would be interesting, or maybe we'll do a purple crayon, like a purple crayon on the right. A back-to-back Evelyn and Everett shirt would be good. We would need to commission that. But
we would, but that would be pretty awesome.
It would be pretty awesome. We actually probably should do that because it's now established in canon. So, yeah, we've got some ideas. Let us know what you think of that. That's going to be something I'm going to try and launch later on in the year. I want the prices to be affordable. I want them to be something we could do. Maybe even if we were going to do the stuff on the back, I think it should be written in a purple crayon. Maybe an empty janitor's bucket. Like, I want a bunch of references to what we do on the script. So, but then I think if... Say again?
We've got plenty to choose from.
We do. But I think there probably would have to be an Evelyn variety as well. I think we would have to do two.
Yay.
So we would do one that... And these would be custom for the shirts. So we would write a custom script for the shirt from both of us, and then that would go out. So, yeah, we'll see. And purple crayon eater hats, I think it would have to be just like a purple or black variant with like a bit of like a broken crayon on it, maybe. And then I need to make sure the acronym is not something dodgy, but PPC. Oh, no, purple crayon. Wow, I can't. Okay, we're going to pretend I didn't just do that. PCE. We would do something.
Guys. You know. Don't worry about that.
And it'll be Dusklight. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But again, like, we do want to start giving back. And again, just a slight deviation, but thank you for Patreon. Channels my size are not supposed to have the Patreon subscribers they do. And I mean this genuinely. There are channels much bigger than my own that don't have the level of interactivity mine does. I am very, very grateful for all of the people that interact with the Patreon, that support it. Just as I'm grateful for those who, if they can't afford it, show their support by being here. Money is tight for everybody, and it is never a requirement. But it is something that I just want to do a very quick shout out for all of our patrons. So I want to start with the Sturgeon Night Faithfuls. That's Ashabel, Casper Nuren, who's getting the book, sending over to them soon. Haley Clark, the Sturgeon Night Faithful, Jason Webb, Laurie W, PRDEL12, Sabrina Alexander, and that's our Sturgeon Night Faithfuls. Lulu, would you be so kind as to read out the Purple Crayon Eaters if you have them to hand? Because I need to reset my mic because I'm having some interface snafus.
Oh, fun. Yeah, sure. I will do that.
Okay.
Oh, no, I found it's starting with... Okay, I got it. Sort of.
All right, thank you.
I did a second ago. I saw it on your screen. Hold on.
Hold on. There you go.
There we go. Thank you. For the Purple Crayon Eaters, we 31, Feeney Von Karma, Heather Cayley, Julia Krager, Max, and Square.
Yeah, there was a quick transmission cut there. My interface, for some very strange reason, it has real weird issues with, like, it'll just start dropping out. It might be a sound card thing. We're going to take a look at it. So if you heard a temporary drop there, apologies. Next is the Janitors, Alex Nunez, Amy Shan, Arkham Cookie, who I've just seen in the chat. Sabiel Eclipse. I hope I'm saying that right this time. They did correct me. And Scott. You want to take the Nightmare Detectives?
Sure. For the Nightmare Detectives, we have Adrian Rodriguez, Ethan Nelson, Fox Clifford, and Gianni Di Lorena.
For our Void Walkers, we have 21 Keys and Professor Creepypasta, and our Blackwell family members. These people are wild.
Yes.
Thank you to Clue, to Jackal, to Tabitha, and Papakayo. We really appreciate you guys. And we appreciate everybody in chat right now.
Yes.
It's wonderful if you can financially, contribute something, and we do give polls for the next series. We give out the content early. We have all the Nightmare Detectives, about 7-8 episodes in advance. We try and do what we can, but super important. We really appreciate everybody who's here as well, who isn't able to buy in for whatever reason. Your support matters regardless of that, and we are very grateful to you.
Absolutely. You guys are so awesome. I know we had almost 20 people, I think.
Yeah. Which is kind of, it's kind of crazy for us, isn't it?
A little bit.
Little bit.
Yeah, I'm not complaining.
So, Ethan said, how about 3 different colors of purple? So that's, we could do 3 shades. We could definitely do 3 shades of purple.
Probably. Yeah. Oh, also, Newman Borders wanted us to see their character's name. Their Dragonborn fighter.
Oh, okay.
Polaris Firestorm.
Polaris Firestorm. Chaotic Neutral. That's fucking dope.
I love that. Polaris is an awesome name.
I feel like
cool.
I do feel like the characters, and again, like, this is, if someone said me, okay, TJ, you're playing Polaris Firestorm, I feel like it'd be like a real gruff kind of like character, you know what I mean? Like a Polaris Firestorm, kind of like, that's kind of how I you know what I'm saying? Like, it gives me that kind of like deep guttural thing, but it could also,
that would hurt you after.
No, that would be too bad. That's fine.
You wouldn't? Oh, okay.
No, if I was doing like a Polaris Firestorm, that would hurt.
That would hurt me. Yes, that would hurt me. I was gonna say.
Oh, Irestorm. Sorry, that's even better. He's Polaris Irestorm because his ire can be raised. So that's interesting.
So true.
Gorky just sent me something and just said early draft. Yeah, he just said early draft and then just sent me a drawing, and I'm like, that is the most ominous shit you could possibly send me, Gorky. What does this mean?
That's awesome, though.
This man is, I love this man. Okay, so my character's on my PFE. I like your profile picture. And do you want to say that name, Lulu? I think you should say that name.
Fuzzums McFuzzface.
Sounds like something baby Philistine would say.
I always call them Fuzzy. So.
Oh, it's anglerfish, bro. That's fucking horrifying, Gorky. Thank you.
That's awesome, though.
It looks like a Shadow of the Colossus beast you sent me. So we will see how that looks. Yeah, we'll figure it out. We are going to be moving into merchandise, though, later this year, before I forget that thought completely. So we'll figure out a full range, but again, I'm taking this from bootlegs. And the idea is people who want to have a bit more of like a that kind of long sleeve skater, gothy, grebo-y kind of thing. Because that's, I mean, if you've seen any pictures of me, gang, you know what I look like. I'm that kind of person, and I really want to kind of go into that, but with it being sturgeon content, and maybe we'll branch out further. But I also want people to wear that and go, oh, what's that character from? And then it might get them into the channel. But you know, that also works in that sense. You know, it's a bit of everything. But yeah, I appreciate that. And also, Scrappy, nice to see a fellow Brit in here. Hail Britannia and all that shit. And also, yeah, Fuzzums McFuzzface, welcome. Hello. It's lovely to have you here.
Hello.
Okay. Contest details. So.
Yes.
We had the briefest of conversations about this.
It's so quick, but we're
so
on the same
quick.
page.
We basically kind of come out of the idea of we wanted to Fuzzy. We'll go with Fuzzy. And also, oh, Newman, awesome. Well, thank you for being a purple crania. Thank you, man. That's awesome. Thank you so much. We wanted to do something where we could do a bit of a prize thing, and we'll do this again, I'm sure. But here's what we're thinking. I am going to task you guys, and you'll have, let's say, just under a month. In fact, let me look at my dates. You have until Sunday, the 30th of June at midnight, and I will have the I don't know if it should it be an email, Lulu? Do you have an email that we can like a YouTube based email that we can use? I didn't think of this.
I do.
Okay, if you could shout that out in just a moment.
Yeah.
There'll be an email to send these to with the subject matter Dusklight contest. And here's what I want. And I'm gonna open up a little bit more than what I was originally gonna go with. I want a story from you guys, or it could be some flash poetry. It could be experimental, or it could be a part of the transmission. So you can add into Sturgeon's lore if you go back and listen to the Dusklight transmissions, the Perhaps You Know of Us Blackwells, that kind of stuff. That is absolutely fine by me. Any of that you know, we can kind of go through and judge on a metric. I would love some stories though. So the only criteria for the stories, it needs to be at least 3,000 to 4,000 words. No more than 10, please. I don't mind the protagonist, whichever gender. You've got two people here who are non-binary, so we'll do either one. Something Sturgeon related. I'm going to let you guys have a little bit of fun with the lore. Add on to the lore of Sturgeon rather than using any established characters. So build a little section of Sturgeon, go and have fun in it. Or just set the story and then add in Sturgeon after. And submit them. And when we've read through them, we'll probably take a couple weeks. The first... So, no, let's go from the third. So, third place. What was the third place winner? Will have a shout out. They will get mentioned as a feature on the next couple of transmissions. We'll do like a little story arc for the character. And you will get a signed copy of any of my books of your choosing. Choosing. That's the word I want. Choosing. Choosing. You get any book you choose. Take it off the shelf.
Choice carefully.
Choice carefully, listener. Yeah, I don't know. That sounds like Muldoon's a bad guy.
It does.
No.
It does.
We need to stop doing that because half the listeners have probably not listened to Nightmare Detectives. So, yeah. Second place. What did we say? Second place. Second place was you get a full feature on the channel. So you'll be like a part of the basically a Blackwell family kind of mentioned for a few weeks. And you get 2 books of your choice. First place, we will read your work, and you get all my books. So that is The Last Sin Eater, Spaces in Between, and Beneath the Static. And that is the next Velox book, which I think they've already done it. There was over a year ago, which is the things they take away. If there are any copies of Things We Leave Behind as well, I'll sign that and I'll send that over. No problemo. Yeah, I think that's it. I think I did that.
Basically, for whoever gets the first place, we would either both of us would read it, or you can pick one of us to read it, or however you want to do it. We can make that happen. So that's hopefully good motivation if you're following this channel.
Yep, it could be an original character. I would prefer original characters. Like, I'm happy with it being set in Sturgeon. Like, you can use landmarks or you can reference events, but all the more better if it's your thing in Sturgeon. It would then be part of the canon. Yes, we will put those typed out, Mighty Me. That's, don't you worry. I did not explain it super fucking clearly, so that's reasonable.
We also have memory issues, so we're gonna have to type this out. Don't worry.
We sure do. I forgot what I was talking about 10 minutes ago. We'll be putting this up on... Yes. We can put this up on the community tab. But you know what? You entertain our guests for a minute, Lulu. I will pop this over to you now.
Okay. I can... Well, okay.
You asked me to send it to you.
No. I was saying Newman asked if there was a place where they could show an image created
I thought you were asking me to email to you.
No, sorry. I was telling Newman to email.
It is one submission per person, yes. So please put in... Oh, and of course, please put in your name, your details, anything like that we can mention. So that would be very important. And let's do... Yeah, no, you know what? Yeah, let's have Lucy Hostile Takeover time while I type out the rules and put them in chat. Thank you, Ethan.
God.
Thank you, Ethan. You made this happen. You manifested this. It's the Lulu Takeover minute.
How you guys doing? How's everybody feeling tonight?
Tell some jokes. Boo!
What time is it for all y'all? Cause it's I heard some 1 a.m.s in the chat. I heard some midnights in the chat.
It's late.
It's only 8 p.m. for me. What was that? Sorry.
It's late.
It's late. Oh yeah.
Tell some fucking jokes.
I've heard that. Oh, jokes. Okay, sorry, I'm a little nervous. This is my first time doing this. Okay, what did the sad ghost say?
What?
Boo-hoo?
Oh, I've pissed myself.
Oh. Okay, that's my time, everybody. Have a good rest of your night.
Oh my god. Okay, I should have been writing that whole time when I was just ripping on you.
You were just spending all your time heckling me.
Yeah, I can't help it. I see an opportunity to heckle, I heckle. Submission method, PDF. Ow, I've got a stitch. Oh, fuck. Oh, it hurts when I breathe in.
I'm just so funny. I know.
Oh no, I genuinely no, Lucy, this is not a bit. I have a stitch.
Yeah. It's okay. Deep breaths.
No, that's not what you do with a stitch. Have you never had a stitch before?
Apparently not.
Oh, why do I have a stitch? I fake laughed. Ow. Oh.
You what?
No. I laughed. Submission method PDF. I'm gonna put this in the thing, but PDF, please.
Are we using my email for this? Because I should probably say that.
Yeah, if you let them know your email while I type this up. I'm trying to keep myself together.
My email, and don't freak out. I'm gonna I got it. I got this one. I'm gonna put it in the chat as well. But my email is lucekreads@gmail.com. Not Lucy. Common mistake. It's Luce, Luce, and I will also type that out, and it should be in the chat as well. But that's my email, and also, so you can send your submissions there. But also, Newman, if you could send me that Callista picture, I'd really like to see it.
Yeah, I'd also like to see it.
So that too. And that's it. That's all I got, you guys.
All right, 1 second. I am just writing up the prize lists. So I've got this handy. I might have to, I might have to do this. So this will be in a community post in a little bit. We'll put these out because there are, many loyal listeners who are not able to be here because it's 7 p.m. at night. So
that's fair. That's fair.
Well, it's actually 8:15 now. Actually, now I think about it. But...
It's 8:15 for me. It's 7 for the Central Time people.
Yes, but I'll put this out on a community post, and I will have a mention on the next Dusklight video. So, super important. If you guys could do me a favor, I don't ask for much. The Nightmare Detective videos don't get a lot of traction because they're really fucking long. And it's not really YouTube-friendly content, at least in the sense that it's D&D, and that, whatnot. I am debating doing it live. I don't know how that would help us, but I've been told that maybe live, like having it as a live reaction thing would be good. The problem is I can't be there for 3 hours. The times it goes up, not all the time. Sometimes I'm doing other projects, or I'm recording, and I like being there. So that's the main sort of reason I don't want to do that. But if you guys could check out the video when it goes live in the next hour, it's going to go up in about 60 minutes, give or take. And just drop a view and a like. I don't make any money on it, so don't worry about watch time or anything like that. But just those videos don't do super good unless our dear friend Doc Somnium shares them. So I still think this is something like that I'm very attached to, and I would appreciate it if you could. And let me know what you think of the Nightmare Detectives. It will be on Spotify and Apple Podcasts and other platforms within the next, I want to say, month. I might just put them up without the intro outro music, so we don't have them on YouTube. I'm just being stubborn at this point, but I might just put up the whole thing, no intro outro music, and just have it done so that people can listen to it on the go, because I keep getting asked about that, and it will probably help increase our listenership. So it'll be up in an hour. Yes?
I was going to say, TJ shares all the comments we get about our characters with us.
I do.
If you guys have any thoughts about our characters, you can send that too. We do see them. It's harder to reply because not all of us are on, not the entire party is not always on YouTube, but we do see them and we do appreciate them. Yeah.
They are all there, and again, it's just so we can see it for the metrics, but we really do appreciate it. On the Patreon, so I believe Chapter 26 is the one going up tonight. On the Patreon, however, I think they are 6 episodes ahead, because I'm about to release 30, 31, 32, and 33. I wanted to finish the Fractal Hunt before wrestling got busier for me, so they are going to be caught up. And that'll be nice for them. Speaking of wrestling, I am debating putting some wrestling content on the channel. Just because wrestling, believe it or not, guys, local wrestling places don't get a lot of traction on their own. They tend to do okay, but it's hard for them to kind of get that level of exposure. And I love this business, and it's a big part of my life. There are 3 things I do with my life, basically, in my day-to-day life. It's acting. That's voice work, stage work, writing, and wrestling. So I would love to kind of take a match every month and put it up. So we're having some conversations about that. That might be something that you'll see every now and then, just because it helps the promotion, it helps the talent involved, and you get to hear more of me. So we'll see. But what was I saying? Arkham Cookie, welcome. We did a Patreon shout out. Arkham, you're one of our OGs. I hope you're good. I hope you're keeping well. I just, it's a rough time out there. So, every time someone's doing good, I feel a little bit better. And take your time catching up, my guy. Please don't rush yourself. And Mighty, I really appreciate that. That it's your favorite with your content. That's awesome. That means a lot to me. And I know that, for Lulu and Mono, that's a big deal. Dusklight is designed to be a sort of insular channel. I still like doing other people's stories every now and then. But I think one of the appeals is that I want people to come to the channel and they're getting all in-house content, which I've said this on a few streams, but no one else can offer that. It's my sort of universe and I'm building a lot into it. So you're not just getting narrations, you're getting an experience. And that's a big deal to me. It's something I want to, keep trying to push the boundaries on, do more things, do weird things. I've always been that kind of person with my content, so we'll see where we go. Kind of surprised Jericho hasn't pulled an Izuku Midoriya yet. Yeah. Oh, well, You may be surprised, Ethan. When we get to the end of the current arc, there's a bit of a lull, and then we go into finale territory, and it becomes Power Rangers at that point. It becomes Gurren Lagann, it becomes One Piece, and in all the best ways. I'm very excited for that arc. I will say this. I'll say this without spoiling anything. The last arc is the Nightmare Fighting Tournament arc. If there is any reason for you to check it out when you get there, probably we'll get there in about August, by my current counts. You should check it out. I might even just keep editing and put up as much of the content in advance on Patreon as I can. It's another reason to subscribe to it, so we'll see.
So fun.
It's so good. VR Dog 24 wrestling is amazing. Definitely not biased as someone who watches WWE and also wrestled in high school. I love that. Anyone who's a fan is welcome. Whether you like Impact or, as TNA's noted, New Japan, or MLW or AEW, you're welcome here. Interesting side note, VR Dog, I have called matches people like Matt Riddle and Simon Gotch and Tom Latimer from NWA. My dear friends from back in the day, Pretty Deadly, are now on SmackDown, as is Stevie Turner, who, weird little side note, but I did a Tajiri match a couple years ago with a delightful talent known as Charles Crowley, who's currently in Japan, and I wish him all the best. He's doing really well over there. And the person sat next to me in that booth was the wrestler known as Stevie Turner. And yeah, I love this business. I've got just as grand aspirations for that as doing anything else. But yeah, I will put some. I probably will be. There's a particular match I want to put up. I need to get permission before I can, but if not, you can find it on Big Japan's streaming services. So that will be there for them. Thing that makes the Nightmare Detectives my favorite is what the players add to it. It's basically collective storytelling. Each person brings something. That's so true, and that's
so true.
Something, Lulu, actually, you could probably lend your insight to. We'll probably do another 15 minutes or so, gang, and then we'll probably wrap up. There is another ad going to run. It's not going to run for everybody, but I am going to let that one go if that's okay, in 30 seconds, and that'll be the only other ad you'll get today. But I definitely agree with that sentiment. There were no sort of angels or hierarchy of angels, or the Abrahamic Christian God, until Lulu kind of made the suggestions, and now that's a whole thing, or so.
Yeah. I always love to bring some religious debate and religious trauma into whatever media I take part in. So you're welcome.
All right, ad's about to run. Hopefully it's not a long one, but
no,
yeah, we'll do about.
Somebody else said that they were back in like 10 seconds.
Yeah, they could not. I mean, hopefully they're not like extensive, but
I would
you
hope
just
not.
never know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
You
I don't want people to have to sit through too much of that to enjoy the content. That's the last thing I want. So we'll see. But yeah, I definitely think like the storytelling is collaborative and it's better for the people we have in it. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yes, everybody, and it's like you said, everybody brings something different to the table, and I don't know. It's just such an interesting. We've made such an interesting group dynamic, especially for not knowing each other before we started playing together. So I'm really it's really validating to see that other people like it as much as we do. I guess is like the fun part about people actually listening to the Nightmare Detectives is like people like these characters and people like find our back and forth entertaining.
Yeah.
It's very validating for us as people who like basically just to have fun, and it's not like we took ourselves super seriously or anything. So it was well, I say that we did sometimes.
Oh, Lulu, I think you took it very seriously.
I think we did actually take it quite seriously, especially near the end. But sometimes we don't, and you guys will also see that in the next game that we play as well. But it's it's just very nice to hear that people actually like listening to that much content. I think is also the thing. It's a commitment, but it's very fun. Also, yes, you have to love Capri. Capri is my baby. and I love him.
Yeah, Capri was, I think, designed as kind of a mascot for the channel, but also for Callista.
Yes.
When I found out Callista, Lulu really liked plushies, I was like, I'm gonna have to give you your own like plushie you can carry around with you. And there's just too many opportunities for baby Callista to be adorable with like stuff like that. So aside from the image that will never leave my head of a baby Callista on the ground with toys, Capri Sun, and a plushie, and then Victor Mendoza's like, now's my chance, and tries to kill the baby Callista.
Yeah.
Don't know why I did that. I don't know why I did that.
Can't remember. Yeah, can't remember why that scenario presented itself, but it happens. You know,
Funny.
It happens.
It was funny though.
Makes sense.
Yeah, it was good. It was a good laugh. Can we get a commission of Callista with all her plushies and Capri? I think Lucy would die.
First of all, I would die, but second of all, I've drawn them before. I drew them once before.
We could get a commission though.
We could
ask a chibi artist.
That'd be even better.
Might be something we do.
I would love any art of Callista. If anyone has any art of Callista, please email it to me. I will literally die. It used to be on my bucket list to receive fan art of a character I voiced, and now I've gotten to cross that off, which is so fun and exciting.
I think also like it's a big goal running a show like this to have fan art of the show.
Yeah, for sure.
I think it's like if this ever reaches Tumblr and they bought into the story and whatnot, like I think I'd just die for that level of like attention and like, you know, characters and whatnot.
God.
Be very cool.
If Tumblr got it, if Tumblr got Nightmare Detectives, I think we would.
We have a lot of gay moments. It would.
Well, we sure do. We sure do.
Gorky has entered the chat. Gorky had commission.
You can't.
This man heard commission and was like, I have idea.
So true. So true. No, actually, I would be so excited about that.
Shadow Person. Yep, you can reference Sturgeon and Dusklight if you're not making any money off of it. If it's just like a thing you're doing, yeah, by all means, that's fine. I only would say like if someone's putting that work out published wise and or making money, yeah, that's different. But like, yeah, otherwise, yeah, you're absolutely fine too. I don't mind it being referenced in fan fiction lore, or like if someone's doing a D&D game and they want to do it in Sturgeon. If it's not making you money, or it's not like going out, like that's fine. I enjoy the idea of people having fun with it. Again, if enough people, not that I don't think it's ever going to happen, if enough people cared about the Nightmare Detectives and really raved about it, I would write like a homebrew kind of kit and then put it out and, you know, sell it or put it online or whatever. But we are miles away from that, so I'm not worried about that.
Also, if you do write something that references Dusklight Radio and Sturgeon, submit it to the contest.
That's a good point. That's a really good point.
To our contest.
It would be good. And
it would be good.
I definitely always want to try and be careful with like the way I look at my own work, because like I don't want to be that kind of author who takes their universe to the degree of seriousness that like it matters beyond the scope of the people watching and paying attention. Like, you know, great, millions of people have heard it. That's awesome. I'm still a small fish, and I'm a very lucky small fish in a small pond. And I've seen other writers, especially in the horror space, who just they take it way too seriously. Like they've got a Netflix deal in front of them, and it can be quite off-putting. So for me, I try and be as chill as I can. I know people love these characters, and they love the stories and whatnot. But yeah. Sorry, Newman just sent something, and it sounds like something I would have asked you in character. Quickly, before I send image, I must clarify. Bird girl like crows?
Bird girl like crows?
That sounds like something I have said, so I don't know if that's a reference.
I mean, bird girl do like crows.
Bird.
So, yeah, that's a whole thing that's spiraled out of control.
We really missed an opportunity to make Paola a crow.
Well,
we really missed an opportunity there. That would have been, yeah. I could have at least designed her like a crow.
I guess. Well, It's too late now, I suppose.
Yeah, it sure is. I have crow and
You
no
have
crow.
and no crow.
I like this. Just sounds like Eastern Market border at like bartering. Okay, you like crow? I have crow and no crow. Which do you
I kind
like?
of want it with the crow. I kind of want it with the crow. I
We
want
want
to see the
crow.
whole thing.
Give us crow,
I
please.
want it with the crow.
We want crow,
If you would.
if please.
I appreciate this. This
Thank
is
you.
so fun.
This is good.
I'm
Yes,
so
thank you.
excited.
A&M, I do hope it grows. It's a great universe with so many avenues. I'm very thankful for where it's at. Like, you know, I know whenever Ronnie talks about putting stuff for Sturgeon on, brilliant. This is Mario Kart. Fuck yeah.
I do know this one.
Yeah, well, I think any kid in the Western world knows Koopa Troopa Beach. I had to go and check its name. So yeah, it's nostalgia for me too. But yeah, like whenever we do Sturgeon stuff, it does very well. Like for that scope of people listening to it and people that buy the books, and that's cool. I would love to see where it can go from there, but I'm happy with where it's at the moment as well. Like I never would have envisioned Dusklight was nearly going to get 10,000 subscribers. Never. I mean, we really only seriously started posting. Granted, we had like we've had 2 major sort of like launches, if you will. But I mean, I've only done 80 videos. I upload very intermittently, and this channel's been around for 3 years, and then I stopped after about half a dozen. We only came back a year ago with the Tomb. So to have gone from I think we had 750 subscribers. And now we have 7,800, nearly 8,000 subscribers. It's wild. It's fucking wild, bro.
It is wild.
But, yeah, really, really fun. We are going to wrap up in a minute, because I want to make sure we got the contest info. So, again, that contest, it is going to run from tomorrow. I'll put the post up on the community tab. I'll run from tomorrow all the way through till Sunday, June 30th at midnight EST. I'll be fair, and I'll put it further back. The only people reading it will be myself, Lulu, maybe Ronnie. Maybe Ronnie will read them as well. Might get him to have a look at it. We'll choose our winner maybe a couple weeks later. And again, those prizes. The first prize is going to be every book of mine signed. Story will be read out on the channel. You'll be mentioned in transmissions. Second place will get 2 books of mine signed of your choice and a mention in transmission. And a third prize will get 1 book and a mention in transmission. So, hopefully it'll be a nice bit of fun for you guys. Shadow Person, thank you, TJ. I'll see what I can do whenever the ideas come around again. Appreciate that. Of course, the link for the email is right there, loosekreads@gmail.com. Ethan, a Sturgeon tour guide story. I'm not creative enough to write sadly, but I think this would be like a good recap of season 1. That's a really good idea, and I actually probably will do that. I will probably do like a, it's just making it entertaining for the listener on like Dark Somnium's channel, because Ronnie does a lot of different stuff. Like he does like some horror, he does some interactive kind of like sad stories, but I want to make sure it above all else engages the audience. But I think that might be a good idea, so it might be something I could do. Gamma, the quality and stories are what bring people and how genuine you are. That's really sweet. Well, we try. We certainly try.
Yeah.
Gosh darn it.
We do our best.
Mighty Me, what if all I want is feedback on my story? Mighty Me, if it's not a super long story, send it, and we'll try and give you some feedback. It might take a bit of time, but we'll give you some feedback. Newman Borders, I have sent bird to bird, and I have sent bird to bird girl and no bird as well. I hope bird girl like bird.
Bird girl do like a bird. I sent it to you. TJ.
Hold on.
It's so good.
Oh, that's so good.
Was this like made with? I can't remember what it's called, but what was this made with? I feel like I know, but I can't.
Yeah, I know. I
Hipper?
recognize, but
No.
I like the head. This is like Endgame Lucy, but also like it's like you've fused with Ballista.
A little bit. No, I love it. It's great. It's got the exact right vibe that I'm looking for, to be honest. And the pointy ears and everything. Love it.
Oh, it's
That's so
Pickery.
good.
Nice. Yeah, I mean,
that's what I said. Okay, cool.
if Newman's happy, I'll put. I would love to get to a point. Don't get me wrong, gang. I'd love to get to a point where we have regular fan art coming in. I can feature in the community tab, because all I do is post memes, and like I'm fine with that. But obviously, if enough fan art comes in and we can put them up, and it's like this is done by so and so, then I'm gonna absolutely do that as well. So Newman, I will pop that up. Yeah, I can do that. That's not a problem. Shadow person might just write a small scene or something. Ideas can be difficult. I don't know. See how you feel. Again, if you don't feel up to writing a full story, you can write listen to the transmissions we do, and you can do a little skit. So like the Perhaps You Know of Us Blackwells, or the Some of You Will Laugh, Some of You Will Cry on Some. You could do those, and those only have to be about 500 words. I don't mind. Whatever you want, and I'll put this in the community post again for those who are like us, who are forgetful. Not a problem.
Yes.
It's just Costa del Sol. Oh, it's it's Gran Turismo, but still it sounds like Gran Turismo. No. We will get that sorted and we'll figure that out. And Newman, I will put that up sometime in the next week or so. I know, Ethan, I've got to be honest. Like we were saying at the beginning before you joined, I just don't know if we want to do a Discord. There's a lot of reasons why. It's just something that we would struggle to moderate. And if people were joining the Discord, they'd want to talk to us, which is completely reasonable. But both of us, not only are we busy, but social battery is just kind of real low. I love interacting with everybody in live streams and comments, but as I've gotten older, I've become more and more like of a guarded, private person, and so I would probably, find it very difficult to talk with people regularly, and I don't want to let anybody down. Like, truth be told, like, I hate letting people down. I always try and be entertaining and, provide you guys a good service with entertainment when you have a long day at work, school, hospital, whatever it might be. But I think it's just for both of us. We've talked about it. Because, to be fair, like, Dusklight is me, but Lulu is kind of my business partner in that sense. And, we run things together, basically. And we both just thought, like, it's something that we're not 100% opposed to it, but I just think it's something we would find difficult to manage.
We would have to just from us, and we kind of said this earlier, but from us being part of the Dark Somniums, which is so much bigger than ours. Like I have one too. God. And it's actually a manageable size, but yeah, it's we both, TJ and I both struggle with the whole like letting people down thing. It'd be like, oh, we don't want to make a Discord where the whole point is to communicate with us and then us not be there. I'd be a little sad.
I suppose one thing in defense of it, which is obviously Arkham and Ethan just said, which is that it doesn't have to be, and this is something I kind of have to consider as well, is like, it's for the community to connect. Yeah, and that is another point. I tell you what, gang, we'll sit on it again. We have gone back and forth on this for a while. We'll sit on it again, and if we're gonna do it, we'll do it right. It might be that we're there floating around and we have some dedicated mods and we pop in. We might do that. It's something that I would want to make sure is curated properly and it's a safe environment for everybody as well. So leave it with us, and Patreon will be the first to know if we do it. And because, again, there are benefits. There's, we could do Patreon subscriber, live streams and a better way to alert people. So there are benefits. I think we see the current climate of YouTube, and you guys are great, don't get me wrong, but there are parasocial relationships. There's the way that kind of things go down, and it can be very exhausting looking at it, let alone, entering the whirlpool that it is. But we will have a talk about it. We might maybe talk to Ronnie, get some advice from him, and we'll give you an answer by the next live stream, which will probably be before the 10,000 one. But we'll talk about it and we'll come back to you guys in the next like 2 weeks. How's that sound?
Yeah, we'll think about it.
We'll think about it. It doesn't mean no. I know when you ask your mom about McDonald's, she says maybe. It doesn't always mean no. I promise.
I think our main consideration would be the whole mods thing. We would need to figure that out. Safety
is number one.
Yes.
Even if we're not there, if things are proliferating and people are being bullies or inappropriate or anything like that, we want to make sure people are there that can handle it. It's fun above everything else. So yeah, leave it with us, and we'll see. We really appreciate that, Newman. We put a lot of time in. We definitely don't do as much as like others. Like, I mean, I am very open about the YouTube schedule. I have been on this platform on and off for nearly 20 years, which is horrible to think about. Yeah, my first video was a Courage the Cowardly Dog Animate when I was like 15,
Yeah.
and a Naruto AMV on old
Yeah.
YouTube. I made the front page of YouTube with an anti-bullying video when I was 20.
I remember that.
Oh, thanks. Great. Love that people remember that. So, like, this is the most successful I've ever been.
You showed it to me.
Yeah, that's true. I was probably, like, laughing about it. But with this being, like, a successful thing in my mind, I want to be very mindful with and respectful of people and how we operate it. But it is something that we put a lot of time into it. But we don't do upload schedules. Like, I don't do every day. I try and do, like, hey, we're going to do Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but things happen. I don't let myself get beaten up over it anymore. I don't allow myself to get really kind of in my own head about it. I believe that the community we have here overall will support whatever we put out because they're here for the quality, not the quantity. And don't get me wrong, I could probably grow very quickly if I just did every day. But it's something that, like, I'm not into doing. Like, but the live streams, the Patreon, the quality of what I write for those scripts for Dusklight, that's what matters. And what Lulu and I do, because Lulu writes those scripts with me, when Lulu's here doing this, or Nightmare Detectives, that's what I put my time into, and that's where our effort comes in. And I do believe that we put in a lot of time into what we do. Would you say you feel that way, Lulu?
Yeah, I mean, at the very least, we meet almost twice a week for, like, to do the Nightmare Detectives and what comes afterwards. So I would say at the very least we do that. That's like baseline, and then, you know, after that we do that too. We do
also
all the editing and all that stuff. So
sorry, thank you, Newman, for everything tonight. We're going to be ending the stream in about 2-3 minutes anyway, so that's okay, bud. But thank you so much. You'll be in the next video shout out. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah, just please look after yourself, and I will put that fan up next week. I'll make sure Lucy reminds me, and that someone reminds Lucy. But
we'll have a chain of command going on.
Yeah. Sorry, Lulu, I interrupted your thought. Go ahead.
Oh no, you're fine. I mean, I was basically just saying that yes, I agree with you. We do put a lot of effort into it, and it's nice when it's acknowledged. But also, we do it because it's fun. I mean, we wouldn't be doing it if we didn't enjoy it. So
no, that's true. Mighty Me, dude, it sounds like you're my age. I figured you'd be like a decade younger. I think I got that young voice. No, I am 32. Yeah, I think I just got that perpetually young voice, which doesn't really help me when it comes to voice roles, but hey ho, we move on. I don't mind.
I agree to disagree.
It's just nasally. I like my voice. Like, I like the variances, but it's nasally. I don't have, we've talked about this, I don't have YouTuber narrator voice. I don't have the buttery, smooth beauty that is Dark Somnium's voice.
I mean, you do. It's just a different type. There's a lot of variations on what constitutes a narrator voice. You definitely have a narrator voice. It might not be the same as someone else's, but
I appreciate that.
People wouldn't be here if they didn't like your narrator voice, TJ.
I think they like the content, like the actual stories too. But yeah, I appreciate it. Arkham Cookie says there are some great open source moderation bots nowadays, but good mods are important. I have had some experience with bad mods, so I understand. Well, there you go. That's exactly my point.
Yes.
So we'll figure it out. We'll
figure it out.
We'll have a conversation about it. And Ethan, I love every single one of you. This channel could not be what it is without you, TJ. And it's always good to hear from Flebs, Jericho, Chewy, Lucy, most importantly you. Love your content. And don't forget Amy. Amy's our sweet angel, and Victor, regrettably, Victor. You know what? I'm gonna plug in. Even though Victor's content will make no sense to you, if you want an example of the chaos of Victor Mendoza.
Oh my god. And
I'm not kidding. The bit about him is not a bit. It is just Victor. Just search 2 Swagoos on Twitter. That's the one thing I've put in this whole chat. But just to see the kind of batshit content this man puts out. He is something strange. Gamma, the young voice is a blessing and a curse. Lol, your voice is amazing. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Newman Board as well. I listen to is heavily dependent on the voice, so I must also admit that your voice is among the best I've had in a long time. Dusklight Newman, stop.
What did I say? What did I say?
Why didn't you say that? Why did you say that to me? When we have dinner, why don't you say things like that? It's
I
always past
literally
the
did.
soul, not past your
I
vocal cords.
Can we run back the recording a second ago where I just said that clearly your voice is good?
No, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Also, think you do, but I appreciate that.
It's important not to let the bad experiences make you afraid of having new experience. That's very true. Very true. But as you said, we got to consider both sides of it. Ethan, don't worry, I'm razzing you, but I know you met your wife Amy as well. I'd like to mention that. I'm sure she'll appreciate that. But
Yes.
Ludo, is there anything else? Anything else you want to run through?
I don't think so.
Oh, yes, there is. I should not have left this to the end.
Oh no.
So the spaces in between has been put on. Yeah, has been put on ice for a little bit. The voice of Nell Lockwood, dodge this 82, dodge the grave. Requested some extra time. Is going through some stuff. Not my place to say, but I did not want to recast the role. For a lot of reasons. The one being that Dodge is just a very loyal person and has done a lot for the role in Nightmare Fighting Championship, and I don't want to recast it. So we're gonna wait. We're gonna keep that going, but we're pausing it. So that means that Tortoises and Tarots has moved up. We have pushed that up now on the scheduling. Lulu is going to be playing the main character, Elizabeth Seymour Williams, and we're going to be recording that probably next week now. I would say most likely next week. And as soon as I've got that back, I am going to literally put some time aside. I'm going to pre-record all of it because I want all of you guys to have it. And I will be doing it weekly so I can get that weekly, what's the word I'm looking for? Weekly metrics and then the compilation at the end of that month. But my hope is by the time we've done that, 10,000 subs, start on Hotel Inertia, and also Spaces in Between will be ready to go. I will not be doing Beneath the Static this year. For a reason I'm sure you can all guess without me saying it. And I'll be honest, I don't know if I would probably do the Nightmare Fighting Tournament when we got to 20,000 subs. I cannot tell you guys the undertaking of that. Me and Ronnie spent a long time on that. It was multiple voices. It's a 7-hour project. I do that as a 20,000 sub celebration whenever we get there. You know what I mean? Like something like that. But this year, for original Sturgeon content series-wise, yeah, Spaces in Between, Tortoises and Tarots, Hotel Inertia, and I'm going to do a very special JJ Origin arc, which is Valhalla Videos, which was voted on by the Patreon as well. So they voted for another one we're going to do first, and then we're going to go and do that. So you will get JJ Ethan. You are getting JJ Watson. But either way, we're going to wrap up here. I just want to make sure you all knew that, so there'll be more info on that next week. A&M says, before you drop the chat, I just want to say your voice acting is amazing. Love all your hard work making content to you guys. From Dark to Rom and all the others, amazing work. Thank you. Thank you very much. Dodge is indeed amazing, Gamma. And IW, good to see you. I saw you in the comments the other day. Hello. They can take all the time they need. I hope whatever they're dealing with resolves well. Agreed. And I'm sure they'll appreciate seeing this. Regrettably, I've got to go in a moment. It's really late here. Got to go annoy the beings of the dreamscape and fight the nightmares. You go and fight them, Shadow Person. Arm yourself and know that you will win the fight.
And thank you for staying this long.
Yeah.
I know it was late when we started. I appreciate that.
That's wild, because, like, that is late. Yeah, I mean, I'm a late person, but that's Betty by time for most people that we know.
Betty by time. We'll get some sleep.
Yeah, we need that on a shirt as well, like a tired, feety pajamas baby Callista. And it says, it's Betty by time. We should actually do that. We might actually do that. We have to give your friend money, though, because it's their phrase, but...
It is. I'm not even in touch with them anymore, so that's
send them a check.
Conversation.
So Lucy, Callista, and Ballista sound like Disgaea characters. Yep. Lulu won't get that, but yes, they do.
Don't.
They literally sound like Tsundere Disgaea characters. You nailed it in one.
Is that a good thing?
It is for the right audience, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But honestly, guys, thank you all so much for dropping in. Even getting 20 concurrent viewers doesn't sound like a lot. It's a lot to me. And I'm sure the more we do this, the better. We will talk about the Discord. We'll have a conversation. Yeah, contest info will go up. You'll see that probably tomorrow now. But thank you to everybody for joining. please subscribe to Spirit Voices. Please subscribe to Rom next. Go and show Rom some love. Say hello to Ronnie, Big Daddy Stone, Dexter, Lady Spookaria, Dodge This 82, just all the voice people in the space. They're all good people. Lulu, anything from you?
No, I mean, as per usual, thank you guys for listening. Thank you for including me in the Dusklight space. I especially since my debut as Evelyn, it's been very fun to be a part of everything. So I appreciate it, and also the Callista mentions and the love for Callista.
Yeah, it's wild to see our characters getting love. I will say, when we say debut, it kind of reminds me that we are playing animated characters like VTubers. That is something we have to really consider.
And also, that was recent that I was even a part of that. So
Evelyn, and how quickly they brought it on. Evelyn is canon. So, you know,
so
Dusklight isn't without a bit of flickering. Ethan, that's going on a fucking mug, my guy. Bravo.
Oh.
I mean, Dusklight isn't without a bit of flickering. Shadow Person Daishi, we'll remember that next time. Please take care, everybody. Have a wonderful rest of your week. There'll be so Nightmare Detectives tonight. I might put a new video on Saturday. If not, I'll probably push it to Monday just so it gets good viewships. Keep your notifications on for Dark Somnium. That's all I'm saying. If you love Sturgeon, keep them peepers peeled. I might do another live stream next week. We'll see. Love you guys. Stay safe. And we'll see you again when the sun sets and dusk enters the station.